don't have to wait until you reach financial independence to start enjoying your life. You can do that much earlier and start living a life that you love and that's true to you. Welcome to Freedom Before FIRE. Using FIRE and life design techniques, we help you create freedom on your way to FIRE instead of waiting until you're retired to do the things that light you up. I'm your host Greg, a FIRE movement and life design enthusiast. If you're itching to get freedom now, then let's do this. Hello and welcome back to the show. Now I'm pretty sure we've all heard these stories of people who've achieved amazing things in their life but are still not truly happy. Perhaps it's the typical story of the high achiever who reached X millions of dollars through their business but then still wasn't happy and wanted to pursue more millions, hoping that would finally make them happy. Now the problem in this scenario is how they perceived purpose, because they're likely to be doing it wrong, and here's why. So author Jordan Grumet, in his book The Purpose Code, and I may have totally butchered his surname, breaks down purpose into two categories: big P purpose and little p purpose. So big P purpose means those big, audacious life goals, like wanting to be president, playing basketball in the NBA, being a blockbuster actor, running a 6 or 7 figure business, and all those kinds of things. Although they're not strictly impossible to achieve, they are really difficult to get and are very goal-orientated. Now, little p purpose, on the other hand, is more process-orientated. It's doing activities that you just enjoy doing regardless of what the outcome is. Now, it might be sewing clothes, cooking for your family, writing crime stories, creating funny videos, herb gardening, pretty much anything where you just love the process of doing it. Now here's why big P purpose may not be the best path and might not be the most sustainable. So Jordan argues that the problem with big P purpose is that it's all or nothing. You either achieve it or you don't, and it leaves no room for failure. If you don't get there, you might feel disheartened and it could lead to unhappiness. The thing is, if you do get there and do achieve that monumental goal, it may not give you the emotional payoff you were expecting. Achieving big things gives you a high, but it's usually momentarily and short-lived. Most people strive for big P purpose because they think it will prove to themselves and to others that they are enough, or that they are worthy, in air quotes. But the thing is, when they get there, they'll probably want to move on to the next milestone and the next, and never really getting there. Just like the unhappy millionaire I mentioned at the beginning. So if you're basing your well-being and happiness on big P purpose, it's likely you'll get disappointed. Now going back to little p purpose, the reason why this is the better path is because you're doing activities regardless of what the outcome is. You're doing those activities out of joy, which ultimately makes you more fulfilled. Like for me, I love doing this podcast. It's my creative outlet, my little p purpose. I'm not in this to make 6 or 7 figures. Of course, that would be cool, but that's not why I do this. I do this because I love the topic, the medium, the community. I enjoy creating the content, the graphics, connecting with other people, regardless of achieving high metrics. And I think by doing a little p purpose, it could lead to opportunities you may not have even thought about. Like for example, I interviewed the awesome Michelle Varghese in episode 76. And we actually talk about big and little p purpose. So she quit her corporate career in tech sales to be a full-time creative. And she just followed her little p purpose. Like she loves writing, so she went to a writing academy. She started writing on Substack. She built a big following, built a following on Twitter. She then started working for that writing academy where she was a student. Now, because of her success in writing, she's now a writing coach for non-fiction writers and is now just full-time, self-employed doing that. Let's look at another example. So I love playing football. I try to play it weekly, and it's another one of my little P purposes. Now, I'm not trying to achieve playing in the World Cup, because that would definitely lead to unhappiness because it's physically impossible. Fitness, age, and all that. And I'm also not trying to build a 6 to 7 figure football academy business. But let's say if I was, let's say I turned it into a big P purpose. I'd probably have to build or hire a venue, hire a team of coaches, deal with all the legalities, deal with payroll, accounts, hire a team to do marketing, get a tech team, deal with staffing issues, potentially spending more time doing things I don't particularly enjoy, and basically taking me away from just wanting to play football, which is the little P purpose. However, if my little P purpose was running businesses and all the stresses it entails, then I'll be all good. I wouldn't really care about the outcome of reaching 6 to 7 figures because I'd be enjoying the day to day. Anyway, I'd leave you with something that the author Jordan said. He said, I think we have to ask ourselves that basic question. Am I enjoying myself on the way to this achievement? If I'm not, then something's probably wrong. We should be more goal agnostic. We don't have to be goal phobic. We can still have these great goals, but our joy, our happiness, our sense of purpose can't depend on whether we reach that goal or not. So how about yourself? Do you have a big P purpose or lots of little P purposes? I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to send me a DM on Instagram at freedombeforephi. By the way, if you're enjoying the show, I would be grateful if you can leave a 5-star rating on your podcast player app and click follow to hear more tips on life design and alternative FI strategies. Alright, that's me for today. Have a great rest of the week, and as always, practice gratitude, live life by your design, and do things that make you smile. You got this.